What's up guys, James here. Today we're back again. In this video, we're actually playing with the rank 1 Leona. So I don't know why it doesn't show in the replay, I think it's a glitch, but they're actually the rank 1 Leona like by far. If you go and look on the leaderboards, they're like over 1,000 champ points over like the second place person even, but this turned out to be a very good match, so I thought I'd show the replay. And I really wanted to show this match for one specific reason, which we'll see later in the video why I want to show it, but we're playing some more Wukong in the jungle. Again, I picked Wukong into their comp because they don't have really many good frontliners, and Wukong really shines when you're going against squishy comps. It does super well just because it's really easy to just get onto their backline and ult him right up, so in my opinion, if you're ever going up against super squishy comps and you're a jungler, Wukong is probably the best option right now. Plus, Wukong in general is really strong right now, but looking at our draft, I don't know what this matchmaking was. First of all, I don't know how there's emeralds with grandmasters that are rank 1 Leona, but matchmaking did what it did, so we gotta deal with it. But looking at our lane matchups, our Varus actually wanted to go top lane against the Teemo. He thought Varus would outscale Teemo. So what I want to talk about for this video is lane matchups, really. Because as a jungler, it's super important to know which matchups to prioritize, which ones are important to win. Because as much as it like, hates to say it, some lane matchups are just more important than others. That's just the way it works. And you really have to realize that, because, for example, champs like Malphite in the Baron lane, especially in the Baron lane, you could tell which matchups are like, some of them are more important than others. Because like as a Malphite, it doesn't matter if you fall too far behind, because the main goal of Malphite is to land your ultimate in a team fight. If they fall a little bit behind, it's not a huge deal. If there's a Garen, even if they fall a little behind, they're still going to be super tanky. All they have to do is press first ability ults. Those matchups are ones that it's okay if you prioritize other matchups instead of those. But looking at this matchup right over here, this is a super important matchup for one reason. Both of these are ranged carries that are very squishy, and they're really gold dependent. All these carries, they're super gold dependent pretty much. So for now, I'm going in for this. I wanted to get it. We forced the flash for flash, which is fine, but now I'm going for the scuttler. But as I was saying, like ADCs, like for example, if you have a Varus or Jinx or something and they fall behind in gold, they're almost useless. And that's why this top matchup is so important here, because both of those are those types of champs where they need gold and they need to get their items, or else they're going to be useless. So prioritizing this matchup is huge. So you can see I get the scuttler and I just come straight back up. I know this Teemo doesn't have flash at all. So I see this mini wave is crashing in, and I'm looking for the dive here. I accidentally third ability onto a minion, but we still get the kill, and that's really good because that gets our Varus ahead over here. Now I'm pinging him. We really got to back up here. I don't know what he's doing. He's getting really greedy for a minion. He kind of trolled this, but it's fine. It is what it is. It's solo queue. But you're going to notice how, even as this match goes on, I'm really going to be looking at that matchup. Of course, this doesn't mean ignore your other lanes. It's, of course, important to look where you have good ganks, but if I see a good gank opportunity in that top lane, I'm definitely going to go there, because getting a Varus ahead will do so much for our team instead of just letting them fall behind in lane and having a useless Varus, which would be very unfortunate. So now I see that they actually got a very good rotate in mid. Their dual lane rotated, actually, which was a super good rotate. So actually, the Grandmaster on their team happened to be their ADC. That's a bit unfortunate, but now I'm actually looking for something down here. I know that they're rotating back to this lane, and I have my ultimate up. That's why I come right over here, and look at the CC from the Wukong ultimate. It is such a good ability. Like, I could just completely destroy him here. What did I get? Did I get 2 kills there? Or 1 kill? Let's see. I got 1 kill and a bunch of assists, but we're able to clean this up. Let's see if our Kaisa can win this out. Oh, Ahri's right here. And yes, we do. So that was definitely a worthy trade. Right as you hit your ultimate with Wukong, it's a very good time to go and look for ganks. Because with your ultimate, of course, it's just such a good ability in the early game. Because you deal so much damage to anybody, since people don't have much tank built up. And the one counter to Wukong that I'll say is, that I've noticed from playing a bunch of Wukong, is super tanky front lines, because your ultimate doesn't really do anything to them. So like if they have like a Braum, Garen, Gragas, in the late game, it's going to be so hard to do anything to him. So as you can see, I was actually going back up to this top side because I wanted to gank this team up, but thankfully our Varus was able to win that. And now I'm helping focusing down this turret. And that's huge. I know the dragon is up right now, but I made this decision to go up to that top side. And now I'm heading down to the dragon area. I'm making sure they're not starting it up. I'm keeping an eye on it. If they do see it, I'm going to try and make it there in time, of course. But I think that a really important thing is having your ultimate up for this. So I used my ultimate earlier, of course, for the fight. So I'm not as impactful here, which is why I didn't just rush to the dragon and try and force that fight, because I know it won't be as useful right now without my ultimate. So they're fighting it out over here. Let's see what's going on. They overextend pretty far. I'm trying to get the third ability over the wall, but they were too far away. So now I have my ultimate back up. And this is what you could do with your ultimate. You could just go right onto the backline and just completely destroy whoever you want. And boom, we pick up all those kills there. And now we're super low. There's only 2 of us, so we have to reset here. Though this dragon is still up, I want you all to keep that in mind. But looking at what I have up, I don't have my ultimate again, which is going to be huge because honestly, their comp would probably win if I don't get a good ultimate in. So I'm actually looking back up at this top lane. Remember when I'm talking about this top lane matchup? They're playing super, super aggressive. They're trading a lot, so they're often going low on health. And I'm heading straight back up here. I'm skipping my blue buff, I'm skipping my red buff, I'm skipping everything. Because I know that they're going to keep on trading. And boom, I get over here, and I get a super good kill. So this is really good, because I'm putting my Varus super far ahead, and that's key because, again, as I was saying, these ADCs, and over here I'm pinging them, take the turret, take the turret. That would have been a huge throw, but now I'm trying to make it to Dragon. I know that they're starting it up. I realize I'm probably not going to make it there in time. So I'm like, we should just leave it. But our Kaisa makes a really big throw here. They go in for that. They shouldn't have even done that at all. I don't even think I go in here. I see this is a lost battle anyways, so. Do I go in? Alright, yeah, I just did. I don't really commit to that. But that's a huge throw by our Kaisa. And the Leona is actually typing in chat. You can't see right now, but he's kind of frustrated since a lot of Diamond Emerald players, they'll do this where they'll just contest dragons pointlessly, and it's just a mountain dragon. It's not the end of the world if we lose it. But what do we get in return? We got a kill on top lane. We're getting our Varus ahead, and we got that first turret. That's why I was spamming the Varus to take that turret instead of recalling there. Because first turret is worth 1,000 gold for your entire team, 200 for each player, and that's huge. And in my opinion, I think getting a gold lead at this stage of the game is more important than that dragon, because, again, we have super gold intensive champs. Our Varus, Kaisa, Ahri, it's gonna be really, really helpful for us if we can get gold leads right now, and then scale into mid game with that. So now let's see. I want to keep an eye on this Herald. I think I want to make sure they weren't doing it. But now we actually have 5 here, so I'm like, we could fight. I have my ultimate off cooldown now, and I'm like, we could totally go for this. I have smite. We have all 5 of us here. I don't know if all 5 of them are there, but I go right onto this Camille. Notice how I don't just waste my ultimate there. I know we can't kill the Camille. The Camille's too tanky. Instead, I'm looking to get onto that backline, the squishier backline, and I'm looking to ult there. So now I have my third ability, ult again. We force him back completely. Ooh, our Ahri actually got picked off in the back by the Teemo. That was very unfortunate, but I think we have to back off here. Yep. We do. I don't know what the Varus is up to, but we should definitely just leave this. It's fine giving up the Herald. Ooh, actually, dang, our Kaisa just came in clutch. So we do go back in. Our Kaisa gets a very good play. And now we're actually able to clean this up. Ooh, he flashes out. That's good. Ooh, actually I have my Gargoyle picked up already. That's really good. So now we're forcing this up. I have Smite. Their jungler is dead. So of course this is fine. And actually we make a really, really big mistake here. We didn't realize Katarina was the one person that was alive, and that ended up being a huge mistake. Because you don't want to be low health. You don't want to have multiple low health champs against a Katarina. That's not the move, because of course Katarina, if they get a kill, then they could just reset after reset, get a good ult in, and you just throw. So over there, that was a throw by us. We definitely should have just dropped that. I think we didn't keep track of which ones were alive. And I think we had just slipped our mind that there was a Katarina. And the Katarina did that. They were really, really low too. That was a very good play by them. But we're still in a really good spot. I'm 5, 2, and 7 right now. The Leona's looking for an engage. I have my ult up, but they're running away. So let's look at the scoreboard. Overall, it's about even. We actually threw our gold lead by going for that fight at the Herald. That was probably a bad call by us, so that was a bit unfortunate, but it's fine. We scale really well into late game with Kaisa. Varus can do a lot. If Ahri lands a good charm, that's definitely helpful. But now it's the Inferno spawning, so we gotta start grouping for that. And of course, the build that I go on Wukong is I just go Black Cleaver and then straight into my Gargoyle, and then I go into GA. And if you can get your GA before that second dragon fight, like right now how I have it, that is huge because it's such a good power spike. And something that I actually want to keep in mind in Wukong is canceling Katarina ult. That's actually one of the reasons why I picked Wukong to this match too, because Wukong can cancel Katarina ult super easily. If you just third ability ult once you see Katarina starting to ult, you can negate so much damage for your team and just help them out so much. So now I'm backing up a bit. We're waiting for our teammates to all get over here. And now a really important thing over here to do is not to split. Sometimes teammates will go on the bottom side of pit, some teammates will go on the top side, and you're going to be split over here. And so notice what I'm doing. I'm trying to get positioning on this entire top side of the river. So now we have a good team fight. And I get a huge ult there. Our Gargoyle up. And I'm just landing my ultimate and I'm distracting them a bunch. Notice how they're all focused on me. And look at how my Guardian Angel is zoning him out. If you didn't see there, and I actually get the smite too. So that was very, very well played by me. Yep, we're able to clean that up now. That's very well played. But something that, if you didn't see there, when I was in my Guardian Angel right after it got popped, the entire team, they couldn't cross me, because if they cross me and I respawn, then I'm just going to go right onto them. Notice how, if you seriously, watch that over. It was actually amazing, what happened there. How much Guardian Angel can do and people don't realize it. And dude, these Teemo traps are so obnoxious to push towers against. Just because they destroy the minions so fast. Over there, the Leona almost went down there. But, as I was saying, without that Guardian Angel, we probably would have lost that fight. I was literally zoning out their entire team there while my teammates could get set up. And that's actually why I love running the Gargoyle second item, because you can ult in and then Gargoyle right away, so it's hard for them to kill you. So really the combo that you want to do is, if you can third ability ult, knock them up. Let's see, do I get this? I should be able to get smite. Yep. Oh, actually I have my ult. Yep. I just go right in for this. Let's see, do we get the Katarina too? Ooh, they got the flash out. Alright, so the combo that you actually want to do fully is you want a third ability ultimate, and then right after you hit your ultimate and right after they're getting knocked up, then you want to use your second ability to go invis, because right after you use your third ability to go in and then ult, they're going to throw most of their burst on you. So that's why you want a second ability right away and throw out your clone. Then they're going to waste a bunch of burst on your clone, then right after your clone runs out, or right after you go uninvis, then you Gargoyle and ult again. That way you really can deal so much and distract them so much and tank up so much, and they don't even really kill you, just because, first of all, they waste so much on your clone, plus the Gargoyle is super strong. And of course, using your third ability to gap close to land a good ultimate is key, in my opinion. That's probably the biggest thing that I have to say is looking for third abilities onto the right target, because your third ability is your gap closer. That's what you use to get onto the backline. If you don't use that right, you won't be able to get onto a Teemo or Lucian or whatever you want to go on. It's significantly harder, so that's really key. But now I'm just pushing out these waves here. I'm keeping an eye over here in case they do get engaged on. Let's see. I'm watching out on our side lanes. Ooh, what's going on mid? Oh, he ults me. Yeah, I don't... Oh, actually, he did get that kill. Dang. I didn't even waste ult there. I think I just took the death like a champ. Yeah, they sent 3 mid, which was... I thought they sent 3 mid for me, while my side lanes are just pushing, so it's not the end of the world, really, if they really want to commit it that much to me. Now they don't have a bunch of stuff, they used Camille ult, they wasted a bunch of ults on me, so it is what it is. We're able to push these lanes quite a good amount, and now our Varus is able to 1v1 that Teemo, and that's what I'm talking about from the early game. Really prioritizing the lanes that you think are going to be the most impactful. And right now, prioritizing this Varus versus Teemo lane, it's really paying off right now, because the Teemo isn't doing as much as he can do when he's fed, and our Varus is actually doing stuff, which is of course nice. That worked out pretty well there. Me and the Kai'Sa went down, but we were able to push these turrets quite a good amount, and now we have a nice gold lead built up. Plus we got the Inferno Dragon. Oh, what's going on over here? Ooh, he's going for it. Is he gonna get it? Oh, what a stun by the Leona. Oh, wait. The Katarina actually got out. What a champ. Ooh, okay. Over here, I'm actually going in here, and over here, I'm thinking, what do I have? I have my gargoyle and everything up, so I actually do go in for this. I get the smite, I clone and I flash out, and I gargoyle at the same time. And they literally can't chase me down. That's actually something very cool you could do. If you clone and then flash, it's so hard to see where the Wukong went, because one moment, like, you see him right there, and then the next moment, like, they're almost off your screen. So you think the clone is like the actual Wukong, because you don't think that they can, like, get that far. Because if you flash, like, right when you go invis from your clone, then you just go so far, and I'm telling you, it really does throw the enemy off, and it's a really good escape tool, in my opinion. If you are looking for that, I definitely do recommend it. Here, and I'm giving my buffs over to the ADC. That's definitely worth it at this stage. We get the dragon, got the kills, but over there, something that really important that I did was I actually didn't gargoyle right as I was going in, and the reason for that is gargoyle does decrease your damage output by a bit. So right now I was looking for this Teemo. He got away, sadly. Ooh, what's going on in mid? Oh, it's kind of a weird place to fight, because they got their turret right behind him. I think this is why you can see I'm a little bit hesitant here. I'm like, oh, but we get a very good Varus root. Oh, dang, that Varus root was so good. But definitely be careful around places like this, because you don't want a turret to have the wrong place. Over here, I'm a Guardian Angel, so I'm not too worried, actually. We're able to get good damage. Now we're going on to this inhib turret. But as I was saying, gargoyle does decrease your damage output a bit. If you didn't know, it makes you more tanky, but the damage you deal is a little bit less. So I waited till I got the kill, and then I actually used my gargoyle on the way out, instead of using it first, because then I probably wouldn't have been able to get the kill back there. So here now, I'm just getting good poke. That's a very good, just basic combo you could do. Third ability into first ability, and then clone out. Over there, he really wanted my GA. Does he go down for it? Oh, well, we got the turret at least. I think he does go down for it. Oh yeah, he does. So we get 2 inhib turrets there. That's definitely worth it. I think we lose one, but it's alright. We got 2 there. That was definitely worth it. We got this turret, and that turret with that push. That was really solid. Ooh, I actually get a Force of Nature here. That's an interesting item. And the reason for the Force of Nature is just because the Katarina and Teemo, they're being a bit obnoxious to deal with, and Force of Nature, the extra movement speed from the Force of Nature is nice too. Magic resist is very good. And honestly, I wasn't having too much of a problem with the Lucian here, so I was like, I'll just get the magic resist for the Katarina, because it's really the Katarina that's doing the most damage to me. Let's see, we're trying to chase this guy down. Let's see. Okay, I don't even waste ult, that's good. Don't waste ult if you don't have to, but again, don't be that guy that holds on to the ult too much, because that's of course also a throw. But if you like know for sure you're going to get the kill like that, just don't waste your ult. Because now I have my ult up for this fight if we do want to force this. What am I doing? Oh, I'm actually just stalling a bit while that top wave shoves. That's actually what that's why I didn't start it up right away. I saw this top wave is building up, and of course we have the empowered minions because of the getting the inhib turrets, so I was like, okay, we could just wait a bit. And now I get the smite down. Let's see, I just flash ult right into their face. I remember what I was saying about just using your third abilities to gap close, gargoyling at the right time if you need to. Of course, if you aren't taking that much damage, don't gargoyle, because it does decrease your damage output again. But, phew, just look at that. Into squishy comps, and look at this wave now. That's why setting up wave management is just so important. But anyways, if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't. comment down below. And that's going to be it for this video. Let's take a look at the end screen. Oh, look at how much damage I did with one damage item. We got our entire team ahead, and that worked out very well in the end. So that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't. And